Living in America. About to get hit with a copyright strike right there because it sounds just like the album.
We back live in the Higgins Lounge.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
If y'all missed us,
If you missed us, if you dissed us,
you ain't gotta worry about missing us no more. I guess I gotta do a share a campaign again.
me and Higgins recorded a song over a year ago called Pandemic. I'm glad people are finally catching up to us and talking about it now, but
yeah,
we did the deep dives. Do the deep dives for yourself. We'll probably get kicked off again if we keep talking about it, but I guess we'll get on to some other shit. Higgins is gonna step out. We started the stream just for Higgins to leave. He abandons the stream, but it's all good. I'm in this bitch and I'm gonna do it. Who's back up in here? Shout out to hey, what up, Kevin? Thanks for thanks for jumping back in this bitch with us. Yeah, they gave us the boot whether we were talking about coronavirus or playing CBS's content, you know. So shout out to my guest Bipolar Toxic Jedi for coming in and getting kicked with us. There's the link in the chat if anybody wants to hop in while Higgins fucking abandons the stream. Hey, that's what it is to be a parent. But one thing I know for sure we could do is play music that we have created. That hadn't been taken away from us yet. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play you the song Pandemic that me and Higgins made. If I can find it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're streaming.
I'm all apologies. Who is that?
I'm reaching so far. He said, "Who is that?" I'm reaching so far. I'm looking for the Pandemic video. Actually, I'm like,
if you type in Higgins Pandemic, that might help. Wait, that's the one with your boy reviewing it.
We ain't gotta play it. You back, people. You know.
Yeah, why not?
Back in the house.
You could play it. All you had to do was you refused to use the keyboard thing.
The China virus does weird stuff. They don't like the truth. Yeah, they didn't. He's back. We back. Shout out, Gene.
Yeah, well, all right. So we got kicked off for talking about. We wasn't even talking about it. Jon Stewart.
Yeah, Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert was. But that just shows you, man, that how strong the powers are be. That I mean, did it just tap the algorithm or? I don't know, man.
All right. So I got two takes on this, and the first take that I'll give you is this: is that the how you were saying Jon Stewart, like that, like the whole thing was scripted. Right. You saying the whole thing was scripted. Now, I could actually say that you might be right. And this is why I say that is like Jon Stewart definitely wrote that bit. I definitely feel like because he was on point when he got into it. He didn't fumble. He knew exactly what he was going to say. He had his punches on. I listened to what's his name? Jimmy Dore, a comedian. He's a comedian, right? He does political commentary now. And he said that is a bit, and Stephen Colbert is trying to cut him off. Like he broke it down every sentence. When he acted like this right here, this is what he was thinking. When he acted like this is what he was thinking. And then what happened is at the end, which we got cut off before then, Stephen Colbert got up out the chair and left him because he kept trying to put his 2 cents in. So he went straight to the camera. He talked dead into the camera to finish it.
Well, I have to go back and watch.
Yeah, you have to watch that later. But what I'm getting at is you actually have a point. That could have been scripted, and that could have been something that was done between them two. Because let's say Stephen Colbert, right, which we all know he's a pawn. You know, he's a propaganda tool. That's all he's there for. He's just a propaganda tool, just like every late night show today. They all propaganda bullshit. Well, anyway, what I'm getting at is, what if he wanted John to do that? Because behind closed doors, like, he wants the truth to come out, but he's such a pawn. He done sold his soul so deep that he's asking for his friend to help him out. And what if they did? What if
what I seen just now was two actors playing both sides, bro. One playing heel, one playing babyface.
But that's what. But it had to be done that way. If let's say I need you to help, and I came to you, and I'm Stephen Colbert talking to you. You're Jon Stewart, and I'm like, hey, bro, like, I know this stuff come out the lab. I know it's true, but you know what situation I'm in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna magically commit suicide if I start speaking truth to power. You know what I'm saying? So I need you. Let's do something. Let's do something about it. And they came up with that idea, because in front of the cameras, he's still, Stephen Colbert still got to look like a propaganda tool. But what if he's really trying to get the truth out there? And that's the only way to do it.
There's so many ways you could look at that whole scenario.
I'm just saying,
you could look at it like the corporations that run the media, like, all right, these stories are getting out. The people want some blood, so we gotta appease them, So here's Jon Stewart to appease that side of the coin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jon Stewart's riding for us. Ain't shit gonna happen. Ain't shit gonna change. So what the fuck anyway?
Right. Well, that's why I'm saying that, is because did you see the reporter from Fox News, the chick, her name's Ivory Hecker? Did you see what happened to her?
No.
All right. So, and why I'm saying it ain't just NBC. People try to put Fox News and say this is the only one that's telling the truth. Nah, bro, they full of shit too. And this is why. She works for a local Houston news station. Okay. So she came out and was told to do a story on this specific hospital and what their treatments were for COVID. Well, the doctor came out and said, we talked about hydrochloroquine, how it was working, how it was saving patients. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just that medication. They had a couple other ones it was the medications that are on the shelf right now that you can get from the pharmacy. And she put that article, like, she submitted that to the news station. And they came back and said, no, we can't talk about this. And they made her cut out that part of the segment where he talked about the medications that worked. All right. Well, then, so what she did she was okay, whatever. So she took that part that they cut out and put it on her own Facebook page. And when they found out she did that, they got pissed. They didn't fire her. No, they didn't fire her. But what they did was they started telling her what she was doing is she knew what was going on, so she started recording the conversations. So she's got on these recorded conversations with her bosses that work for local Fox News that are telling her what she can and can't say, and and she kept it. And she kept it in her back pocket,
bro. They answer to the higher corporation,
right?
Bro. Well, they're given directives of what can be put out, and for whatever reason, they wanted to shelve that hydrochloroquine. Was curing it, because ain't no fucking money in cure. We know that from cancer. Ain't no money in curing the shit. They don't want to cure, bro.
Right?
There's money in treatment, dog.
Yep. Absolutely.
And treatment for this case is a vaccine, right?
No, it is. That's the truth. And that's the whole point. Why are we going to cover it up? Why should we cover it up? The reason why they're going to cover it up is obviously they're going to cover it up because they're trying to, now you know why, because they were trying to push this vaccine on us the whole time. The vaccine was being made before they released the virus. That's what's coming out. That's what they're afraid to find out. And people are finding out about this shit. It even goes as deep as they're hitting the mainstream right now, but they keep certain people are talking about it. Others are pushing under the rug. There's a Chinese defector, bro, that worked for the intelligence community in China that told the Chinese officials he was coming to America to visit his daughter, came to America to visit his daughter, and he didn't but he also came here to go sit down with the FBI and told them everything, gave them everything. He was a whistleblower. The dude from there was
you don't think the United States government knows what was going on in that fucking lab?
Right.
Bro?
Well, no, I'm not done. Listen to what I'm saying. So they kept this dude in like they basically arrested him in a sense at that point. Probably told him he was in protective custody, but they arrested this dude, and now what they're saying is that America's just using him as a pawn because China wants him back. Now that he found China, they're telling China, we got all the information about the coronavirus right here dangling.
We work with China on the shit, bro.
Right.
It's $30 million exchanged between countries.
Right. But we're talking about two different wars. We talk about two different battles. That's
all
the
smoke
battle.
and mirrors.
Yeah.
Dog.
So
what's the real story?
Well, what they saying? They got this guy is China wants him back. And now, like, did China get him back? Did we give him back to China? Or where is he? There's this defector that supposedly released the information and nobody can find him. Why? And why hasn't, the people been informed on any of this? What you looking at? Like,
I'm just giving everybody a little screen time. Shout out Higgins and Gene Higgins and Kevin for coming back and rocking.
See,
with
he
us.
thinks China knows they and shit. I mean, I think
Kevin said he's staying away from the vaccine. He ain't no guinea pig. He ain't fucking with it. You got the vaccine? This done turned into a COVID cast.
Well, I think there's a double battle going on.
Should have titled this the COVID cast.
Well, I mean, the problem is like, what's going on in the world today? It's like politics then bled over into everything. It then bled over into pop culture. So it's in everything you do, everything you say, everywhere you go, everywhere you talk, everywhere you walk.
Yes. I mean, you got to really try hard to tune all this shit out, man.
Right.
That's kind of where I am in my life. I just want to tune it all out. Ignorance is bliss, but you still got to be aware.
Absolutely. And this is the issue with it. It's getting in your living room. It's like back in the day, it's like, okay, well, if you want to go step in that political arena, you know where to go find it. Now they're trying to put the shit in your living room. They're force feeding it to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people who don't want anything to do with politics,
they're trying to put the shit in your body, dog.
Yeah.
Fuck your living room. They trying to get in your body, dog.
Right.
And then they want to pay you. Oh, they got COVID lotteries now, vaccine lotteries now. So, you get the vaccine, you get 2 Gs and shit like that in California, bro.
These concerts, I heard there's a concert in New York. They trying to hold it at Madison Square Garden where they vaccines outside before you walk in. Free vaccines with your ticket.
And I mean, or the youth gobbling this shit up, like the college age kids, or I think they just gobbling. They sheep like a motherfucker,
right?
Man. They so controlled, bro. Yeah, because they use social media to, everybody, let's get a vaccine. I'm in the vaccine club, So,
and now you got the fucking Foo Fighters holding a vaccinated only concert.
Oh, fuck you, Dave Grohl. You
sold out. I spent.
That's fucked up,
dude.
Dave Grohl.
I spent the last 20 years on some fuck Dave Grohl shit because I was butthurt over Kurt Cobain, and then I finally made amends.
Until you just told me that.
Then I finally made amends with him, and then he does this.
Hey man, you should have never made amends with that motherfucker. But I seen him live. I seen him tour that first album. I mean, he was a dope drummer, man.
Great music.
But you just
saw Nirvana
ruined
live?
him for me.
You saw Nirvana?
No, Foo Fighters.
Yeah. Damn.
No, I seen Foo Fighters in '97 when they toured that fucking album, bro.
Yeah, when they first come out, right?
Everlong,
It was good music.
Song Everlong. I don't know if that was the name
but
of it.
We're not promoting Foo Fighters.
Damn, Dave Grohl, that's fucked up, man. Hey, Paul, how are you?
Leon. It becomes Leon. Oh, what's happening, Leon? It becomes establishment versus.
Paul's good. I'll answer for him.
I'm good.
No, he ain't. He's off his fucking rocker. He's balls deep in the fucking COVID conspiracy.
This is now you got your 90s generation of rock trying to push vaccinated concerts, But then the OGs in the rock and roll game, Eric Clapton and lead singer Pink Floyd, are on some fuck y'all shit. Eric Clapton came out and did an interview, and he spoke against the vaccine. The dude, the lead singer from Pink Floyd, was holding a Julian Assange, like Free Julia Assange seminar or whatever. Like, I guess they doing like a little tour with
So it sounds to me everybody's picking their sides, huh?
Yeah. Well, no, well, check this out. He got offered money. He got sent money, a deal from Mark Zuckerberg to use the wall as a fucking promotional tool for Instagram. And he was like, he basically came out and he said the check is beautiful, but my answer is fuck no and fuck you. And like, bitch, you trying to take my song and use my song and spin a lot the what the song is about and use it for your power. The song's about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the song is about you and y'all.
Hey, that's when you got big bucks, when you can turn away Zucky bucks.
Right. You know, and he's like, yeah, fuck a Zuckerbuck.
Damn. Do we normally do this? We don't normally do anything because we're definitely not normal, but
weekly. Once a week we do.
Sometimes.
We try it weekly. We try to keep it weekly.
I don't know about we. We're not French all the way. We.
But yeah, I mean, he came out. He said, "I want to go find. I want to find. I want you to hear this. I want you to hear it. Let's see if I can find it, since you won't search nothing. You know. Let me.
It's not like you could. I mean, the keyboard's right there, bro. You got a thought, so you just grab the keyboard and do your thing, bro. I'm not in your brain. You in your brain, man. Shit.
Did I spell that right? I can't.
Hey, man, you gonna have to figure it out. You got better eye. Let's have a vision test. Who passed the vision test? That's the type of shit you do when you're 40. You start taking fucking eye tests with your boy. That's eyes gotta buy lunch because the loser needs lunch.
Yeah,
you squint like a motherfucker.
Oh, my eyes are terrible, bro. I can't see nothing. Here it is. It says fuck you. There it is, right there.
He said fuck you.
Hey, so check it out. This is a emergency sleeping bag. These things normally cost $30, and during the wintertime, people pay full.
It's a request for the rights to use my song, Another Brick in the Wall 2, in the making of
I gotta
a film
hit the share screen
to promote Instagram. So it's a missive. It's a missive from Mark Zuckerberg to me.
Let's start it over.
It's a request for the rights to use my song, Another Brick in the Wall 2, in the making of a film to promote Instagram. So it's a missive. It's a missive from Mark Zuckerberg to me, right? Arrived this morning with an offer of a huge, huge amount of money. And the answer is, you. No way. And I only mention that because this is an insidious, it's the insidious movement of them to take over absolutely everything, you know. So those of us who do have any power, and I do have a little bit, in terms of the control of the publishing of my songs, I do anyway. So I will not be a party to this bullshit.
So he made it known. He's on some fuck you.
Yeah, he made it. Tell us how you really feel. He told him how he really feel.
You know, I never. The only picture I ever seen of him was him in the wall with the shaved head and the shaved eyebrows when he shaved everything off. Do you remember that?
Nah.
Is
it Roger Waters? Is that who that was?
Yeah, Roger Waters. I knew his name was Roger, but I didn't know the last name. So I just typed in Pink Floyd, Mark Zuckerberg, and that popped up.
Yeah, when I think of Pink Floyd, I don't think of like the musicians. I just think of the music and all the visuals, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, and that's before our time too. So we didn't, and there really wasn't music videos in that day. So it's hard to visualize and I never seen them live. So I just think about all the cool art. I think about fucking Wizard of Oz, how that's fucking synced up with the album. You know what I mean? That's fucking trippy as fuck, right?
Well, they did, like, their music was so visual, you know, because like the change, you know, like there's like 2-3 minutes of just sound effects going off in that song. And back then, to be able to make those effects the way, you know, it wasn't easy to do back then.
No, it was groundbreaking shit for sure.
You know, like the way they had to manipulate the tapes, that's a whole different, that's a studio story. Like the way they manipulated the studio to work for itself, because they didn't have access to anything that they wanted. So they had to create the sounds, and they had different tricks that they would do to create the sounds.
Oh yeah.
You know, and so the backstories to that kind of music is, man, you're only gonna find that story once, because
Money's a dope ass song. Money, that all the sound effects in that song, bro, all the chings and shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's a sick. I want you to answer your boy though before we go anyway.
Oh Lord, do we support Trump? Damn.
I'm gonna let you answer first.
At the that's by a policy subject. I don't support anyone.
Yeah.
Person like that. Like, I think people get kind of caught up in the, you know, like right now Trump is lined up with the American flag. Like, people see a Trump flag and they think you're flying the American flag because of the fact that he is pro-America, and that's cool. We on the same side in that regard. And if I had to take a pick of, if you want to ask me about the lesser of two evils, of course, I'd rather see Trump in office right now than Biden.
Well, Trump sells it real good. He's a good salesman. But I don't support any politician. I ain't support no fucking billionaires. Fuck them all.
I told
that's
you.
a short answer for me.
I voted for Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye? He was running for president?
Fuck yeah, Kanye.
Yeah, he ran for president. No, but I mean, look.
That's how wasteful it is to vote, man. Your vote don't fucking matter,
the way I think, I look at politics a little differently. And I just want, the way I stand up for presidential elections, for me, is there's a two-party problem. It's either left or right. We're too complex for that. You know what I'm saying? And I think people need to understand that there's a lot more people running for president, but there's a reason why the media only puts two of them in front of your face. They only put two. It's either going to be him or him.
Kevin misses Trump. He's Canadian, so he misses. I mean, Trump was definitely fucking the most entertaining president, so I miss him in that regard.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate the speech. Thank you, guys. I will attend.
I didn't know we had a rally coming up. No, but yeah, I mean, hey, right now, I'm hoping that this clown don't sabotage the whole country, because who
Biden? It ain't him who's gonna sabotage the country.
Well, right, it's gonna be, he's the face of the sabotage. You know what I'm saying? They're using him
associated with
right. They're associating his face with it because they put him up as the puppet pawn to run this. And obvious, like, it's anybody with any common sense, you could see that the election was fucked up. There's something not right about that. It didn't, just the common sense doesn't add up. The numbers don't add up. Numbers don't lie. You know, if people really wanted to vote for that man in like record precedenting numbers and break records the way he did, why they never showed up to his rallies? They were that scared of COVID. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Trump go from one city to the next and throw rock concerts. Come on, bro. You know, I mean, that's like, I don't know. That's insane to me. And it's just like everything else. Anything that you bring up that they don't want to talk about, you shouldn't be talking about, because it's a lie. Usually it's the truth, and they just hiding the truth. If it was a lie, they wouldn't suppress it. They wouldn't care about it. You know what I'm saying? It's when it's the truth is when it gets suppressed. So kind of
But they let certain truths leak out, you know?
They bleed it out, right?
Like Jon Stewart going on saying all that shit.
Right.
Like he ain't giving you the full story, you know. Jon Stewart's giving you little giblets, but he ain't giving you the full story.
That's a whole nother take on that too. Is that all right? Let's look at it from the establishment standpoint. Is that we need this? They covered it up. All right, they know that the cover is gone. The veil has been lifted.
So not for everybody, just for you. I mean, you speaking from your perspective.
Well, I know.
Bro,
I'm
but
saying
you ain't speaking for all of America.
Well, I'm saying from the evidence. Like the evidence has been when the emails came out.
Some people ignore
evidence. According to the news and the way it plays out. Listen to like the way it's scripted. They're not just gonna come out and admit it. So what they do, establishment media, is leaks it out. Like we need to find a way to put this in people's laps without dropping it on them like an anvil. You know what I'm saying? Like how do they bleed it out and they use it by having Jon Stewart out there and making everybody laugh about it. Now that they got you nice and humble and laughing, then they can admit that it's the truth. You know, why they got you open and comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're not just gonna come out and say we were wrong all this time. They're gonna let it bleed out. And they let someone like Jon Stewart be the one to open the door to let that side of the table talk about the conversation.
Yeah, because it appeases that people. But Jimmy the Drunk says he's a white liberal, so anybody who don't like that, go at his ass. I bet you got the vaccine, huh, Jimmy the Drunk? You fucking punk.
Oh. I'm a white libby.
He's in SoCal, hey, bro.
Look, it's nothing wrong with being. That's the thing that these motherfuckers that we talk about that are that's not liberal, bro.
No, they hiding behind a party name, man.
Right.
Look, Kevin Hildebrand said it the best, bro. Biden is the face of the World Bank, which fucking what president is it, honestly? Besides Trump, I know a lot of people felt like he was. We'll go to Gene's comment real quick, where Gene says, you know, where Trump fought for the working man. Well, a lot of presidents fucking sold us out, man. You know what I mean? And do we really know if Trump sold us out or not? I mean, certain things happened to make you believe he did and didn't, you know?
Right. And
he snorted the vaccine. He's Jimmy the Drunk and Jimmy the Cokehead.
Who snorted it? Oh, they snorted it.
Yeah, Jimmy the Drunk. He's talking shit.
I didn't know they had it available in powder form.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get the vaccine. I know a lot of people that have, but I'm cool. I'm good. I don't need it.
You're not gonna get it?
Nah, I don't need my RNA switched up, bro. I'm good on that.
Well, that's the thing. It's not even actually a true vaccination. It's an RNA vaccine. Is something that's been invented in recent years. Bro, I heard shit today. Fauci talking about gain of function research and how he's involved in gain of function research. And then he actually brought up making a vaccine for coronavirus a month before coronavirus hit, like supposedly happened, got leaked, got unleashed onto China.
Yeah.
Those things,
I have
dark,
to go twisted look at fucking
it.
story.
It's true.
If you really take a look at it, what it was, 2007 when they started doing this shit.
Who?
With the China research, man. It was 2013 or 07. When the US gave China $30 million when the Chinese scientists came over here to study it in North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
2014 is a year that comes up.
The records are there. Y'all can go look it up.
That's when I think the money, the virus was given to China.
Under Obama, we were working with China, studying these things.
Right.
10, 15 years ago.
So according to mainstream media, Obama found out about it and put it to a stop. Right. And cut the funding off from it when he found out about it. Now, and then they picked it back up. Trump reenacted it, but he did it with a bunch of there was a lot of restrictions, a lot more restrictions and red tape that went with it. You know what I'm saying? For them to be able to do it again. And that's what they say happened.
Well, yeah, that's what I want my government doing is fucking figure out how to make disease is more deadly and fucking more infectious. You know,
Well,
that sounds
you
like
know,
a good. Sure, let's make bioweapons
I mean-
on our fucking spare time. You know,
Well, like we're talking about scientists, like mad scientists, you know, and of course they want to take the knowledge that they have and try to do the most that they could possibly do with it. They corrupt themselves, you know what I'm saying?
It's a power flex, right?
Right,
Look what we
right.
could do with this disease.
Right, I can make
man.
a fucking, you know, look how strong I can
It's
make
playing
this
God.
disease.
It's like you know, doing sex changes and shit, and you know, back to the Olympic
Exactly.
shit. It's playing God. So, and if y'all don't know, man, in the history of human civilization, once we start playing God with ourselves, that's when we start de-evolving, and that's when we go bust. So,
Well, and that's when God
shit,
kind of
man.
intervenes, you know.
Clock's ticking.
That's when God intervenes. If you
The
read
God?
the Bible,
Hey,
God.
look, Jimmy right there. He says Fauci the God. So
Fauci is
as
the God.
far as Jimmy,
Fauci the God. Fauci the
about
God.
to-
He put- hey, that's his rap name right there. Fauci the
Oh,
God.
Hey, that is a good
That's
rap
an
name.
ill
Jimmy.
name.
Jimmy, come on stream and spit some bars in your fucking
I guarantee
raspy
it.
ass voice.
Hey, somebody sees that dude will be on the tunnel freestyling. Fauci the God. They're gonna just like the same way they reuse Scarface.
Mm-hmm. Well, this done turned into the COVID cast for sure. You got anything else you want to knock
COVID
off this
cast.
list?
It's not the COVID cast.
Well, we got kicked off of YouTube, so now it's become the topic. Now we just running.
Oh,
on
you
and
know
on
what?
about it.
That your boy said they had a dude on Rogan today that said that ivermectin or something was like that there was a cure for it. They had it the whole time. He admitted it today on Rogan. So I'm assuming that would be in Rogan's clips.
Yeah, a lot of people theorize that, you know, the vaccine was ready, you know?
Oh.
It was just a play to get who knows if this fucking man.
Why we talk about the media? You want to laugh?
There's so many different angles. Yeah, I do want to laugh.
You wanna
Because there's so
laugh?
many different angles we could attack this fucking coronavirus bullshit.
I want to laugh.
It's just consumed us too much.
This is funny. So, fucking CNN, the dude Brian Stelter or whatever the fuck his name is.
No, I don't know him.
All right, you're probably right once you see his face. He got he took calls. I can't read. I can't fucking. There it is. All right. So this dude goes on C-SPAN to take calls from different callers. Like he was a guest on
He takes calls from callers?
Take calls from callers. Like
Okay.
and they go at him, bro.
Now,
like
we're gonna get
it's
kicked
like,
again, bro.
like he thinks he's getting questions from fans.
Mhm.
And they hit him. They go deep on him. I don't want to hear that take on it. I want to hear it right now.
Show, listen to this.
Yes, I'd like to ask Brian to, on national television, admit he and his network are a bunch of liars about Donald Trump.
This is Kevin in Princeton, Indiana. Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Stelter is the biggest minister of misinformation I have ever heard, and I'm a news junkie. He made the statement just a few minutes ago that he is all the stories are always evolving. Yeah, his stories absolutely evolve.
Brian Stelter.
Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it.
Savannah, Georgia. Rick, good morning. You're next.
Yes, I was just wondering if you still feel like Michael Avenatti is the greatest thing in the world and should run for president of the United States.
That's
and
funny.
my suggestion is whatever CNN says, do the opposite and you'll be fine.
Aurora, Indiana.
It's just
This
shit.
is
They
Robert.
just shit
Good
on
morning. You're on with Brian Stelter.
You know, CNN is just something it's a joke. It's a joke. This guy tells more lies, and Fox gives more news than CNN does in
What lie? What lie did I tell?
2 years. It's nothing but lies.
Well, there it is.
So
When
they
you don't
just
screen the calls, regular
about
Americans
that.
call in. Kaylee, what's your take on that?
Going on a TV, let's take some calls from the fans out there, right? Calling in. And everybody who calls in just fucking has a chance to take a shot at you.
Yeah.
Like, are you out of touch with reality? You didn't see that coming, bro?
Yeah, a silly little gimmick.
Well, this is the other one. This dude, I can't believe this is even possible. Did you hear about the CNN reporter that got caught beating off in a Zoom call last year?
If you start a question with "Did I hear about?" and CNN's
that means
the
no.
next word out,
that means no, and I'm glad you did.
Man, I'm not the news guy. You the news guy. I stay away from the news. I listen to fucking Revolution's new album. I think about birds and trees. I'm in the fucking clouds, man. I'm in space, bro.
No, this is funny. So this guy last year, like when COVID started,
that didn't make me laugh though. You told me that was funny, and that whole thing you just
didn't make you laugh.
Did not make me laugh.
All right, well this one's
so
got
maybe our sense of maybe what we think's funny
well,
is
no.
different. Dog.
So check this out. This guy right here gets his job back. What's his name? Jeffrey Toobin. All right, he was suspended after exposed on a Zoom call because during COVID everybody was doing the Zoom call shit. They were working from home, right?
Right.
So he's on a Zoom call at work and goes to beating this shit during the Zoom call, thinking that he's not on the Zoom call, and all his coworkers got to watch and witness him whacking off. But he got his job back last week, so they brought him on. They brought him back last week, and they
that's funny. So you don't know humor.
What?
I just said you missed my joke. You said
I can't.
You said he got his job back, and I said hand job, and you missed it. Yeah, you missed it.
Look. So this guy gets his job. They brought a chick on
Peacock the same
to
day.
ask him about it.
Is this some kind of a
like this is how they got the public ready.
They brought a chick on, huh?
Well, theaters July 2nd and streaming the same day on Peacock. Go to
bossbabymovie.com.
To quote Jay Leno,
a chicken and banana suit.
I didn't think I was on.
She gets to interview him and say, "What were you thinking?"
Jay Leno, what the hell were you thinking?
I didn't think I was on the call. I didn't think other people could see me.
You thought that you had turned off your camera?
Correct. I thought that I had turned off the Zoom call. Now, that's not a defense. This was deeply moronic and indefensible.
Still not laughing.
I know it's not funny. That's not fucking hilarious to you, bro.
He was jacking off.
I know that's fucking hilarious to me.
I mean, I'm not in fucking middle school anymore, bro. Jerking off jokes
for a guy that spends all fucking day trashing people, and that's all they do is spend all day just fucking talking shit about people. Gets caught with his pants down. But this is where the irony and the hypocrisy comes in. Is like
irony and hypocrisy.
They spend all day canceling people, right? All day they cancel all day long. This motherfucker beats his shit on a Zoom call. Got his job back after 6 months.
Hey, we ain't nothing but mammals, man.
But and that's what I'm saying. So let us all be mammals, right?
Let's all
all be mammals. He can have his job. I have no problem with the man having his job back. I have a problem with them canceling everybody and shitting on them for reasons that are just irrelevant to what's great for humankind.
I guess I don't give a fuck. They can all get fucked. I don't care what happens. Just like Gene, he don't do the news either. Closest thing to the news he listens to is Walton and Johnson. Are they still on the radio?
No, I think they gone, huh?
How do you listen to them, Gene?
Well, one of them died.
Oh,
you didn't know that?
Nah, man.
I think the one that did the voices is the one that died too.
I used to like those dudes. They were funny, man.
Well, yeah, one of them.
That's a local New Orleans duo. Right?
How do you find somebody like that who can do all of those voices and all of those characters?
Yeah, it's a tough person, man.
You had no idea, that if you wouldn't know that it was him, just one person doing that, that's epic. Like that's when radio was great. Now everything, even all the
he said they still on. You wrong like a motherfucker. Hey,
they can't.
Gene, your brother's killing fucking Walter Johnson, dog.
I never said I'm killing him. Well, they can't.
Another guy stepped up.
They both can't be on.
So did
dead.
one of them die? Which one died, Gene? Help us out. The guy with the voices did not die. I told you, you tried to kill the motherfucker.
So the other one died. I don't know.
Oh my god!
I don't listen to the radio anymore.
He didn't die. Look, Higgins killed Walter Johnson.
Damn.
He stayed. That's just. Yeah, Kevin. I stay away too, man. Sometimes you gotta, check them out, see what they're talking about. I've been into this cryptocurrency, so it makes you start looking into the news cycle to see what's going on because the crypto market's crashing right now. So is it a good time to get in?
What would make it crash? How would the crypto
manipulation?
Right,
buying and selling.
Other than the fact, but crypto is all right. So when you think about cryptocurrency and then you think about investing in Exxon, right? There's Exxon's going to take a hit because of the oil industry. You see what the whole industry is going on, like crypto, there's really no way to measure that other than what Elon Musk's tweet. How do you measure when crypto is going to fall?
By how many people are buying it and selling it.
I
dog.
know.
It's all a fucking trick.
What is everybody selling it? Everybody's selling this shit.
Yeah, but they're buying it up. So what a lot of people think, a conspiracy theory right now is that the big China thing, right? Because China banned Google in 2010. Google didn't go away, right? So the whole thing is that people think this is a government buy-up. So the governments are trying to drive the market down so they could scoop it all up at a low price.
And create the digital currency for themselves. Then control the decentralized currency. Is that what you're saying?
Say it again?
They want to centralize the decentralized.
Well, actually, no. Cryptocurrency is like power of the people. There's nothing more disruptive to governments than cryptocurrency.
Right, that's why I'm saying they want to centralize.
But there's so many that they can't control it. There's no way they could.
Right, because as soon as if they took over Bitcoin, then they would create a new one.
And Kevin says too much people buying and nothing selling makes it crash.
So how do you create a blockchain?
Well, because some of these cryptocurrencies can actually be used. So you got to listen to the creator of Cardano because he created Ethereum, and these people understand the shit. So you got to listen to Lex Friedman. He's like an AI developer, and he's learning about crypto. So you got to listen to to the Ethereum creator and the Cardano creator. Go there to explain it. We don't need to watch it now. This is long form stuff, and it makes you feel retarded to listen to. But this is even those clips are fucking very extensive. But you got to listen to them explain the shit. Bitcoin was like the first generation of where we're at in blockchain technology. Okay.
Well, right. I'm sorry. So what? Can you define what a blockchain is? Because there's no crypto without a block.
I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to tell you that the Cardano creator is saying that basically there's 3 generations and we're entering like the third and final phase of the evolution of blockchain technology, which can be used by hospitals and governments. And there's all kinds of multi-uses for blockchain technology. And for it to revolve around a currency is just kind of like an added bonus. If that makes sense.
Well, all right. So here's the deal. So we say, like you say, the guy, you told me something yesterday. The guy said the third generation is the final frontier. Of how does he know that? Because the Americans who made Bitcoin did they think about that, being as the first generation?
Because of what you can do with the currency,
right.
of how you can use it and how applicable it is to everyday life. Like Kevin's saying, like nobody's spending it. So whoever's going to figure out how to exchange it and spend it the best, that's going to be the cryptocurrency that is the next Bitcoin, because
I
Bitcoin
thought you
was
can
30.
buy shit with it. You can buy shit with Bitcoin right now, right? I mean, I can go buy anything online.
Yeah, but things are still limited. Its transaction is still limited.
Right, but he was saying nobody's spending, and I think most people probably aren't spending. Like,
well, there's so many
investing.
more cryptocurrencies than just Bitcoin, bro. You know that. There's
Right.
there's so many of them. So
That could
how
be
can
something.
all of them? There's no way that all of them are going
Here's
to
the
be able
deal:
to withstand.
what if more people invest into it than are actually spending it? Because I invested into it, but I ain't spent $1 of Bitcoin.
That's what I'm saying.
So more. That's probably why it's crashing too. Like more people are jumping on and investing into it than are actually using it. Wouldn't that make it drop?
Well, what makes it drop is people selling it off. That's
Right,
what makes
right,
it drop.
more people
It's
selling
massive, But the people who hold the most amount of the shit control the shit. So it's all a game they playing. They're fucking selling it off, buying it. They're trying
Right,
to
but
fucking.
if it's not moving, if people are buying it but they ain't moving it, wouldn't that drop the value too?
But it's moving. It's moving.
But I think more people are invested into it than are actually using it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't spent $1 of Bitcoin in my life. I haven't used the digital.
No,
coin.
I agree. So it's whoever gets to what you're saying. The problem is whatever the next cryptocurrency to figure out what you're saying needs to be figured out is going to be the one that
Right.
makes it. So that's why right now I'm hunting, and there's a lot of people hunting the next one.
Right, which one? Exactly.
The next Bitcoin, the next 20-cent one, 25-cent.
That's it.
know?
They thinking about it just like a business. What's the next business to boom? I got to put that money in that thing. Why? It's still cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the only difference is Bitcoin. The market never closes. It moves 24/7.
Oh, it don't stop.
It's
This
buy,
motherfucker's
sell.
going the whole time. Yeah,
But
it don't close.
But what's crazy about it is, all right, how is it not like it's a big threat to the government, but they allowed it into the stock market? The government is always 2 steps ahead, bro. Like,
so in the past 48 hours, Bitcoin swung $8,000, bro. You know what I'm saying?
it went up and then went down.
Yeah, bro.
back up.
It's having massive swings right now. That's what the market's doing. You know?
Because people are buying it and selling it right now. Because people are starting to buy it up because people are selling it. Like they're trying to get it cheaper. They're buying it while it's cheaper, you know?
You have to, and that's what this guy who created Cardano explains. You have to rely on the credibility and the integrity of the people who are creating these cryptos. So you don't know what the fuck's going on. It's all a fucking game. If you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street, Matthew McConaughey's seen fairy dust. It's a Wazi. It's a Woozy.
Right,
It's
right.
all fucking bullshit.
It is. And so check this out.
But it's fun bullshit.
Well,
So I'm,
like he's
I'm
saying,
balls deep.
It's all based on the integrity of the person creating it.
Right.
So,
and then a lot of the currencies, it's like, oh, the people who own the currency are going to be able to control it. Like it's going to be this fucking democratic thing.
It would become not a dictatorship in a sense because it's their money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't have their face on the dollar bill. They got their face on every.
You got to go join another currency if you want to have a louder voice.
Right. They'll start just the same way they cancel your social media. They'll just cut off your Bitcoin, which is your money. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to get kicked off social media. It's a whole different thing for them to just cut off your revenue. So that's why, I mean, if they can find a way to govern this without the government, that's the greatest power the people can ever have.
And that's why governments are so threatened by this shit, though.
If we can do this rationally without any government stepping in to set rules in place, then we've showed the government that they're irrelevant. Like they're not even that the whole thing about government is a fraud. Because that means at that point that everything that they're doing, everything they do to control us is because they tell us we can't control ourselves. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a good wrap up point. Government is a fraud. I think we should close on that. Everything you've been told is a lie. All the institutions put before you are a fucking scam.
Right.
You got all your fucking items crossed off the list?
Yeah, for the most part.
I think we covered it all. for the
We
night.
got a few people. We got loose. What's Kevin got to say? Bitcoin is only online purchase, right? It is, and that's when it's going to become that when you find the first corporation that accepts Bitcoin, like you can go to Macy's and buy with your Bitcoin.
And we just two dummies trying to figure this shit out. So I advise you to go do your own research and try to figure this shit out.
I think
too.
what's going to happen with it is this. I think that government is the whole thing about everything we got is digital now already. You know what I'm saying? So the government is going to try to. There's definitely government out there that's trying to get control of some digital coins. Definitely. There's no way they're not. Especially some of these countries that are authoritarian. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, they can create.
North Korea is not going to let Bitcoin run loose in their country,
and they can all create their own. That's the thing.
Right.
Anybody can create the shit. Any programmer. This is what tell your kids to become a programmer because these are the motherfuckers who are about to fucking be running shit, dog.
Right?
You know.
And
we are in a digital world, bro. It is coming. So you either roll or get rolled over.
People who don't know what kind of free country we live in, I saw something this morning from the Philippine prime minister, president, whatever he is. He's a fucking dictator. He went up there and said, he basically made a press conference and told them, if y'all don't go get vaccinated, I'm coming and arresting every one of y'all one at a time. Like, put out a statement.
Yeah, he's the
like
type
the
of motherfucker
president
that can do that shit.
Like that kind of shit. Here's an announcement. And if you don't go get it, he's gonna lock you up in jail and he's gonna bend your ass over and shove it in your butt himself. Like that kind of shit.
Yeah, nah, he's raw as fuck.
Can you imagine the fucking president coming out like the ruler of your country? You know, you know how spooky that is? Like, motherfuckers about to kick in your door just because you worried about what they're going to put in you.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, if you
That's
if you question our freedom, go live in the Philippines. But yeah, investment in Mary Jane is the future stuff. Yeah, always invest in that shit. But we're going to wrap it up on the Higgins Lounge.
Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Look, once a week, we're gonna be on here once a week. If you actually commented in on the show, there's a really good possibility you actually get to make the scripted episode. But you can catch the unedited audio on SoundCloud. And if you want to watch the show, this is basically a podcast form. If you want to see the show, it'll be on the YouTube channel, and clips will be uploaded to my personal page and my artist page on Facebook. But other than that, thank y'all for joining the lounge. We on 28 deep, bro. 28 deep.
28 episodes?
Yes.
All right.
So y'all have a wonderful night.
Peace.
You gotta end it, bro. You gotta end